Hi students, let us start with our new chapter 18, statistics. So, we have already heard of the word statistics, right? When the word statistics comes to your mind, you have a lot of things like you think of graph, bar graph, pie chart, all that you have done, right? So, let me explain you a little more about statistics. So, statistics is a branch of mathematics that is concerned with how information is collected and organized, presented, summarized, and then analyzed. So, the conclusion may be drawn from the information. So, finally, you end up getting a figure. Okay, that is a drawing. That's what you have done your bar graph, pie chart, in your previous classes. Okay, so with the given data, you try to tabulate it, finally you get a summarize or tabulate it, finally you get a pie chart or bar graph or different types of way of representing as a you can draw it and represent the information. Okay, so now we'll come to little few words in this few topics we want to cover in statistics. The first one is data. What is data? A set of collected numerical facts is called as a set of data. So when we collect few things, we collect the information, right? For example, we collect information like I tell, okay, heights of students of this class or particular class. So that's a data. I'm getting a data collected. So that is called as a data. Now coming to the next point, that is variable. Next topic is variable. What is variable? A quantity which can vary from one individual to another. For example, as I told you about the height. Height varies from one person to another. Weight varies from one person to another. Right? So in this, these are the examples. Age can vary from person to person. So these are called as the variable. So in the variable, you have two types of variable. One is continuous variable and second one is discrete variable. Continuous variable and discrete variable. So let us find what is the difference between the continuous variable and what is the difference between the between both continuous and discrete variable. Okay, what is continuous variable? A variable which can take any numerical value within a certain range is called continuous variable. So a variable which can take any numerical value, it can take any numerical value is called as a continuous variable. Any numerical value can be taken, it's called as a continuous variable. So examples can be given as, example for this will be height, wages or salary of people, then rainfall records. All this we are taking as an example for continuous variable. Okay, now coming to discrete variable or discontinuous. You can call this as discontinuous also, discrete or discontinuous. So what is discrete or discontinuous variable? A variable which is incapable of taking all possible numerical values is called discrete variable. For example, number of children in a family, the number cannot take any value between 1 and 2, right? Can I tell that a discrete variable? Can I tell number of children in a family can be between 1 and 2? Number should be between 1 and 2? No. So this types of this, or telling that a number between whole number between 3 and 4. So this type of formation. But in case of the height, weight and all, I can write even as 1.2, or I mean height or weight 1.2 feet, like that I can write, correct? 1.2, 5.2, I can write it in this way. But can I tell that the 5.2 children? No, that cannot be told. So similarly, so whatever can be represented in this way, like point also I can represent, it's called as continuous variable. But I cannot tell that number of children, can I tell number of children is between 5 and 6? No. There is no number between 5 and 6 that I can represent as number of children, right? So this is called as discontinuous variable or discrete variable. Now coming to the third one, third one is row and arrayed data. Row and arrayed data. What is row and arrayed data? Let's come to that. Consider the marks obtained by 20 students. So if I consider the mark, come to your page number 223 in your textbook, you can see the definition there. Consider the marks obtained by 20 students in the test of 50 marks is given. So the data in the form as given is called as the raw or ungrouped data. So if the above data is arranged in descending or ascending order, it is called as arrayed data. Okay. So if you get any data, I am just writing marks of 5 students I'll write out of 50. Okay. Let it be 45, 37, 40, 50, 49. So this arrangement of mark is called as the row arrangement. What is arrayed? Either if I write in ascending order, I'll get 37, 40, 45, 49, 50, right? This will be called as the arrayed data. Or similarly, I can write this as 50, 49, 45, 40, 37. So I can tell it as again it is also arrayed data. Okay, it's not arranged data, it's arrayed data. So raw data is representing of data in any order is called as a raw data. Representing the order in either in ascending or descending order is called as the arrayed data. Okay. Now coming to the next topic, that is frequency. What is frequency? Frequency is a number which tells how many times that a particular data appears. For example, if I tell marks of students, same way, if I tell the marks of 10 students I am writing out of 20. So I can write it like this: 18, 15, 17, 18, 15, 10, 20, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 students marks I have written. So in this, here you can see that 15 appears 3 times, right? 18 appears 2 times. So frequency is a number which tells us how many times does a particular number or data appears in the given set of data. Okay, so here when I write, I can tell that 18 appears twice, 15 appears 3 times. So this is called as frequency. Okay, now we will be learning about mainly about frequency distribution table. Frequency distribution table. We will be learning about frequency distribution table. So the table showing data with their corresponding frequency is called as frequency distribution table. So we'll come to that. We'll just do a few problems on that, so it will be more clear to you how to do. Okay. Let us start with our exercise 18a. Let us do a few problems from that, so it will be clear. So it's in page number 227 in your textbook. State which of the following variables are continuous and discrete. So you can just go through that first main and find out the answer. I have already explained you what is discrete variable and what are continuous variables. Okay, please do it. Now coming to the second main. What is second main? Given below are marks obtained by 30 students in an examination. So taking the intervals as, so intervals also is given to you. So I can take class intervals is given to us. Let me take it like this. So you are doing. You have done it. I think you have done few questions last year related to this. So just let us revise this. So class interval, they've asked you to take it as 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, 31 to 40, 41 to 50. Okay. So here few numbers are given. So all of you have a textbook, right? Take page number 227 in that. So here I will write the tally mark. Okay. So how do you take the tally mark? So first number there is 8. 8 comes in which category? Here. So I'll put a 1 here. Okay. Now comes 17. Next category. Next is 33. Here. Okay. Then is 41. Here. Then 47. Here again one more. 23. Here. 20 here, 34, 9, 18, 42, 14, 30, 19. So once it is 4, you put the tally mark like this. 29, 11, 36, 48, 40, 24, 22, 2, 16, 21, 15, 32, 47, 44, 33 and 1. Okay, so here how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. You can write this will be the frequency. So you write the tally mark, it's easy for you to count. So I'll write 4, otherwise you have to sit and count, right? So 4 plus 3 is 7. Here it's not 4 plus 3, 5 plus 3 is 8. 5 plus 1 is 6, 6, 6. So this will be a frequency table. Okay, this is how we write the frequency distribution table. Hope it's clear to you all. So now I've explained you about few important topics in this chapter, right? And done one question also. So you will have an assignment. You know that you have assignment for each semester. So I will be giving you assignment related to chapter 18. So please go through the chapter yourself. Just a few examples, a few explanation I have given you, and you have learned this chapter previously also. So just go through that. From this chapter I will be giving you selected question from both 18A and 18B as assignment. So assignment will be given within 1 week. I'll be assigning you that. So before that you have to go through this chapter. With this I am ending with chapter. So you will be doing this chapter as your assignment. So learn this chapter. For any clarification you can go through the video and plus your textbook. So just to revise, I have taken this class for that. So this will be your assignment chapter. So when I post the assignment questions, I'll be giving this chapter. Okay. Thank you students. Before that you have to go through this chapter with the video. Okay. Thank you.